Welcome to Dungeon of Dracaris Coliseum in Washington, D.C., where tonight we have the Motor City V8s and the D.C. Dragons in a stadium unlike any other. Along with Ramos Lynn, I'm Cameron Irvine, and we're excited to bring you more 2K4 exhibition action. Motor City and D.C. this evening. How you doing, Ramos?
I'm doing great, man, and this stadium looks incredible. I'm just going to tell you that much.
The level of detail in this place is extreme, and we'll see it showcased all throughout the evening. We'll also give you a sneak peek of what this stadium used to look like 20 years ago, and what it looks like today, and all the potential in between. Motor City is on the road tonight wearing their Michael Turillo uniforms with the white tops, blue pants, and the bright blue and orange trim. DC is in their outstandingly customized home uniforms, teal tops, black pants, white numbers, gold trim. Look at this place. Look at the roof, Ramos.
Oh my God. Unbelievable.
Just
dragons peeking up the windows.
Just incredible. Kick it, we're underway. From the 5, this is Guy Clausen on the return. And Clausen gets out to the 28. And Ibrahim Creata will man this very unique offense.
And let's see what we get. You know, last time we were on air, we got a 13-10 defensive slugfest. Let's see if we get a little bit more offense this time.
Numbers customized on the field. 1st and 10 at the 28. We start with Shane Kaufman going in motion for Creata. That's the fullback, Cherry, in the backfield. And Cherry gets the handoff, and Cherry's got 9 yards to start the evening. Motor City's offense, Ibrahim Creata, Christopher Dean, Bill Cherry in the backfield. Wide receivers, Shane Kaufman, Guy Clausen, Orain Darby. The tight ends, 3 of them on this roster: Azami Mihata, Julian Gusters, Phil Koss. The guards, Bill McMillan, Phil McMillan, all their names gracing the bottom of your screen. No, this game does not count. Lunar, appreciate you being here. Handoff now to Christopher Dean. Dean's got a first down past the 40 to the 43. Motor City's off to a fast start.
You know, football is a game of angles. I'm not sure if we're going to get a replay on this one, but we saw the fullback. We're not, but the fullback actually lined up as an H-back, kind of did a motion as a fullback, and just enough to get enough angle to open the space for the running back.
Split backs in the backfield for Motor City. 1st and 10, 3 on the outside for Creata. And Creata's pass is intercepted. Picked off by John DeSantis. First pick of the game. Earlier in our test game, did you look at the custom cheerleader outfits that DC has going on in our test game earlier today? Just one interception late in the 4th quarter, Ramos, and here we have our first of the night.
Yeah, he just didn't see him. It was a slant pattern, but that was rubber coverage, and Creata never saw the safety.
So Shabazz Synergy takes over on offense. The incomparable Kevin Say in the backfield along with Chuck Steller. Jay Ballmer is your fullback. Wide receivers, Ronnie Shanahan, Mike Churchill, Josh Gill. Tight ends, Lauren Percoco and Craig Westlake. We start with trips top of the screen. And the handoff goes to Say, and Say is buried right at the line of scrimmage, maybe a little bit behind, by Rodney Panani.
Yeah, and so far, both defenses with really good plays. You know, Motor City now with a decent stop to make it 2nd and 10, and obviously DC with a previous interception.
Sabo Cannon says, at least that hasn't changed from the other game. Just keep watching. Handoff to Kevin Say. Breaks a tackle. Say looking for some space. King Rashid locks it down. So 2 early runs from Kevin Say. They're going to have to throw on 3rd and long.
Well, that's something that has changed from the other game. Normally Kevin Say is pretty unstoppable. And so far, the Motor City V8's doing a really good job containing them. And now on 3rd and 11, we have a passing situation.
Kevin Say has struggled a bit this season, surprisingly, for DC in the SFL Season 20, 2-4. Same formation as first down. Synergy is looking around, fires down the field, and nobody was really open. Mike Churchill was the intended target. Kevin Say stayed in to block and had nobody to block as Motor City dropped back in coverage.
Yeah, kind of a little bit of max protect. Not max protect, but just Kevin Say helping with the protection. And a really good stop by Motor City's defense that was put a little bit behind the 8 ball in their own territory. And they will get a full stop.
So DC does nothing with the interception. They'll have to punt the football away. And this punt is a good one. Angled out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. And that's where Motor City will start deep in their own territory. Didn't see create a pass except for that one interception to start the game. First down.
Yeah. Both offenses stopped very early on. Created with 3 receivers. I think that's the fullback as an offset guy.
It is, and that's Christopher Dean, the running back, in motion. And now splitting the difference of the 3 wide receivers on the left-hand side. Creata fires and dumps it off to Arain Darby for a 7-yard pickup. The DC Dragon defense led up front by Jose Fuentes, John Gary, Kano Forston, and Jason Bourne. Linebackers Declan O'Rourke, Riley Hughes, Saeed Gore. Corners, Fugu Gaipan, Peanut Say, and Daryl Bullock. And your safeties, John DeSantis, Josh Vasquez, and John Patrick Levine. Creata shakes off the interception, gets his first completion of the night. I formation, they'll hand the ball off to Dean. A little bit of misdirection there in the backfield. Dean picks up 1, 3rd and 2.
Yeah, good job on gap control by the linebacker. That was 3-4 defense, and it's a very aggressive formation of defense at 3-4, and it's imperative that the linebackers control their gaps. Otherwise, you can have massive gaps and massive holes in your defense.
3rd and 2, tight set here for Motor City, and they fake it, and they give an end around to the fullback, and he is actually stopped for a 1-yard loss. Gary cuts him down in the backfield. Motor City tried to fool the Dragons, did not on that play.
Yeah, it was a trick play, kind of an end around reverse to the fullback who was lined up as an H-back and just didn't work that time. Kudos to the DC Dragon defense, again, sealing those edges and being able to get pressure in the backfield.
We saw it earlier in testing go for 20 yards, and that time DC sniffs it out. Shanahan with a little bit of space to return, not much, gets it up to the 41-yard line. So like last week, both defenses are off to hot starts. We had nothing but offense in our first 2 exhibitions, and defenses have calmed down as of late. Motor City did submit a playbook under the new rules and regulations for tonight's game, and DC's playbook was also custom submitted from a member of our community. First down at the 41. Say's in the backfield, and he takes the handoff, tried to cut it right, got held up by the defensive front of Motor City, and eventually big number 93 in there to make the tackle.
Yeah, and great pressure again by the D linemen. Both of these D lines are pushing the offensive lineman back a couple yards on virtually every play, and the offensive line just got to play better.
Centers is out of the shotgun with split backs. 2 receivers here to this near side. They run a draw to Say. Say breaks a tackle, and Motor City's pursuit has been outstanding. Only a pickup of a couple. David Leathers with the stop. Another 3rd and long for the Dragons.
And let's see if the Dragons can get their first down of the game. The defense really has gave them a really good field position on back-to-back drives, but so far unable to capitalize.
3rd down and 9, 5:50 to go in the first quarter. Ronnie Shanahan comes off the line and splits out wide. Synergy back to pass. And on 3rd down, Synergy fires. It is caught by Churchill, keeping his balance, holding the ball with one hand as he picks up the first down.
Wow. I mean, I saw plenty of that in the last game between the Dragons and the Aztecs. Mark Churchill going deep and getting the ball. You can take a look at this replay. One-on-one coverage and right over the safety. Unbelievable pass, great catch, and the confidence by Churchill to keep the ball with one hand.
You saw the custom gear on the fans. That's the first time on this channel we have debuted that. Jermaine Smith, the owner of DC, getting all that customized as well leading up to his exhibition as Say picks up 5 yards.
Now finally Kevin Say getting a little bit of room here midway through the first quarter. Will not be surprised if, you can run it again here on 2nd and 5, but at some point early you have to dial up the play action.
Hand off to Say on a little bit of a delay, and Say still powering past his offensive lineman, trying to push the pile forward. Ends up picking up 3. I thought he was going to get out of there for a second.
Yeah, me too. But now 3rd and 2. I think, you can run in here, but I think this is a good time for the play action or a quick pass now that Motor City has to run first.
Didn't see a lot of play action in our game last week. We'll see if we get any more of that tonight. 3rd down and 2. They're going to hand it off to Say. He's got plenty of space. Line does an excellent job that time, and Say gets it down to the 14 for a first down.
Yeah, and good patience by Kevin Say, getting enough for a first. Good job by the offensive line, as you said, as well as the fullback, scoring him to the first down marker.
First down and 10 at the 14. Toss to Chuck Stellar, and Stellar will be dropped at the line of scrimmage. Someone in the chat earlier wanted to point out that Stack the Rack says, still not a fan of the switch to this game, but can't argue that progress is being made. How long has it been, Ramos? 6 weeks since we announced, and you see how far we've come already.
Yeah.
2nd down and 10, 3:38 to go in the first. Synergy will flip it out to Say with a blocker inside the 10. Kevin Say down to the 6-yard line to set up a 3rd down and short as the SFL ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, and it's a pass, but it's kind of a long run. You have a blocker in front of you. Just give the ball to your running back, get 8 yards, and we have the first end zone cam of the day.
3rd and 2. Hand off to Say. Say inside the 5. Say down to the goal line near the dragon scales of the end zone.
Great job. I mean, it's been a 180 from the first drive now to the second drive as far as the blocking is concerned. And DC really getting some momentum. Let's see if they put Chuck Stellar on the field or if it's going to be Kevin Say. It's going to be Kevin Say. Let's see if they just run it up the gut or maybe even with a fullback.
1st and goal. Motor City stacking the line. Synergy's going to pass. Synergy over the middle. It's caught for a touchdown. Lauren Percoco. Synergy had a couple of options on that play, and DC's on the board first. And look at the tattoos on the fans.
Those are some committed fans.
Come on.
Let me tell you something. Chavez Energy does a really good job diagnosing the blitz up the A gap, which frees the middle of the field for the receiver to catch the football for a touchdown. That's some impressive paint and tattoo work.
The field goal nets are chains in this stadium. They mean business. The extra point is good. It's 7-0 Dragons on a 10-play, 60-yard drive that took 4 minutes.
Unbelievable. I have my chest tattooed, but I'm not sure if I will tattoo my stomach. Maybe not the stomach.
That's incredible.
But what a great drive from DC, honestly.
An excellent,
they needed that.
Yeah, excellent drive. Their 2nd of the night. Clausen from 1 yard deep in his end zone. He returns up to the 26. This is what this stadium looked like 20 years ago.
Yep.
We'll get a stadium shot here. And this is what it looks like today.
I mean, honestly, man, like you can come across this, what everybody has made, and you would never think it's what it was.
First down to the 26 here at Dracarys Coliseum as Christopher Dean takes a handoff, breaks the tackle. Dean gets a late block and is finally cut down by Bullock after a 13-yard gain. First down, V8s.
Really nice blocking. Finally, offensive line settling down in this game. As you can see the left side, solid blocks on the edge. And the wide receiver, move! I mean, Christopher Dean is like, move, man. But the wide receiver, hey, he doesn't get paid to block. I mean,
Mac Anthony asking about player ratings. There will not be player ratings on these exhibitions until we hit beta in the offseason. You will see all of generic ratings in alpha throughout the SFL regular season as that run gets 7, a strong run indeed. That is the backup to Dean getting that carry.
I really like both of these uniforms. Both of them, I think. You know, Destro and Trillo, I mean, they did a great job bringing these uniforms to life.
Lineman is in at fullback. The fullback is split out wide to the right. They hand it off to Dean right behind that offensive lineman, and he's short of the first down, 3rd and 1.
I gotta give kudos to number 98. Don't have a name, but I gotta give kudos to number 98. He pancaked the tackle fullback. The guy who was lined up as a fullback as a tackle, he pancaked the guy. He actually put him on his back. It's not easy. Same
formation, 3rd and 1. We'll look at 98 in the middle of that interior defensive front, and DC gets another push that was on that same side. This time it's Riley Hughes with the tackle, and DC's going to get off the field.
I cannot blame the play call considering you got about 2-3 yards on the previous play. You know, on 3rd and 2, you think you can get it again, and great job by the DC defense.
Generic ratings, Clausen, not generic playbooks this evening. The playbooks playing tonight according to the new SFL playbook rules for season 21. First down, DC at their 11. Ronnie Shanahan calls for the fair catch.
Really like the detail, though, even on the ends.
Look at the dragon in the back in the window.
Oh, my God. I mean, the Fury has that big bird, but I think that's even better.
I have to agree with you. BJ Lopez says, I'm new here. If you are truly new here, BJ, welcome. 47 seconds to go in the first quarter. Dragons playing sharp. Kevin Say going to break a tackle. 15, 20. Kevin Say race for the sticks, and he got the first down. Honed in on the first down marker to move the chains.
Yeah, how many times we see, you know, running back spinning inside, get 2 yards shy. He breaks a tackle and just goes straight line to the edge to pick up a first down.
Nicely done by Kevin Say. You see the roof work in this place. None of that was here 20 years ago. All custom built, custom made, as are the windows here in tonight's contest. In this beautiful stadium, quickly becoming the standard of,
the benchmark.
Of stadium design here in the SFL. Minnesota's right there with them. Can't wait to see our first game in Northwoods as Say picks up 4, 2nd and 6.
Yeah. And again, the possibilities are endless. I'm thinking also of the uniforms. You know, Motor City has a ton of, you know, different sets, helmets. You can do whatever you want.
End of the first quarter, another look at the cheerleaders. 7-0, DC leads Motor City. And Ramos, we've been playing this week, been playing with the crowd too. We think we can even do some major things there as well.
Yeah, definitely. Put a more high def, put it, different things on them.
Start of the second quarter. BJ, I'll get to your question here in just a moment.
Stellar in motion.
Out of the backfield. Hand off to Say, going that direction. Say bulls over 1 and picks up a few to set up a 3rd down and 4. Wrapped up by, again, number 93 there for Motor City. BJ asks, can I get a brief explanation of what's going to be going on here? Well, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports and esports and role-playing game all into one. Team strategies are executed in real time while virtual players compete on the virtual gridiron. SimulationFL.net is our website if you want to learn more. Handoff to Say out of the shotgun. Say could not get around the corner. One thing that has been excellent tonight from Motor City's defense has been their pursuit to the football. King Rashid on the tackle.
Yeah, Yeah, it really has. And I really like the discipline. They are not overcommitting too quickly. Even on the last play, Sawa Kanan did not make the tackle, but he set the edge. He protected the edge and allowed the defenders to rally to the football.
Loveless saying I know the read by heart. I don't know if he could tell or not, but I really didn't have it in front of me, so yeah, I kind of do.
Yeah.
So first down for Motor City. Their defense gets the stop. Dragons up 7-0 here early in the second quarter. You see the down markers on the sideline have been customized as well. They're in the black with the white font blue trim there at the 30, you can see. The top of the screen. Dean goes in motion. Teams are allowed to make formation subs. Across their offense and their defense as that picks up 1 yard.
Yeah. You know, they put the guy in motion. They know it's man-to-man defense and just remove a defender from that side of the field. But a good job again by DC stopping the run.
Second down and 9, 7-0. Split backs. Ibrahim Creata hadn't thrown a bunch tonight. DC brings a blitz, and they get home. Creata had no chance as Kano Fortson with the sack. There's another look at more custom gear from the fans.
Dragon World Order. Interesting.
Just couldn't get the block.
Yeah, couldn't get the block. And even if it wasn't him up the middle, a guy of the age would have got him.
Creata down the field. Caught. Shane Kaufman. First down. In potential double coverage there, but Creata finds his man and Motor City moves the chains.
Yeah, and I love the route by the receivers we're going to see here on the replay because he runs right past the sticks, and that allows, obviously, the catch and the first down.
Tight coverage, but an even better throw.
Yep.
Seven and a half to go in the second quarter, 7-0. Motor City as Kaufman goes in motion. Creata starting to get a little something moving offensively. Creata going to pass again. It gets a four-man rush, and the defensive lineman Jose Fuentes able to get a pass deflection to his name. DC wins with 4 that time.
Yeah. And if you can all get to the quarterback, put your hands up, see if you can bat it down. That's what he did. Second down and 10. I think you can run it here on second down, try to make it an easier third.
More motion here from Kaufman. He's going to go across the field. DC in zone coverage. 7 in the box for the Dragons. Creata going to throw. Creata hit as he threw. Pass caught by Kaufman. First down to the DC 42-yard line. Creata standing tall in the pocket, delivering on this drive.
Yeah, and it's the guy who was put in motion to run a corner route and right between the zone. A great read by Creata.
Motor City on the drive and doing it through the air, which they did not do much of in the first quarter, despite the success on the ground. Dean in the backfield, takes the handoff, hurdles over a player down on the field, and is able to pick up a hard-fought 4 yards. Riley Hughes with the stop.
Yeah, really nice job right now by Motor City. Obviously, they got the big play on third down, and you know, other than that sack, every play has been for positive yardage, pretty much.
2nd and 6, solid drive here from Motor City, has taken up the entire second quarter from the start. Dean, following his blockers, able to pick up a couple more. Fortson with the stop, and DC's defensive line continues to be a problem. 3rd and 5.
Yeah, your playbook is pretty open. It is a passing situation, but you can put 2 wide receivers and a tight end, or 3 wideouts. In this case, it's going to be 3 wide receivers, 2 backs.
3rd and 5. They fake the blitz, only rush 4. Creator's pass is intercepted. Beautiful job by the corner, Fugu Gaipan, making a wonderful interception.
Yeah, he just jumped the route. That's called cluing. It's just reading the quarterback size. Looking at the quarterback, and jumps the route. Gets inside position. That's how you do it.
In perfect position, and I can't really even fault Creator on that one. Thought that was going to be a catch. Gaipan with an excellent job to force the second turnover of this game tonight. 1st and 10. The Dragons start out with the trips to the top of the screen and Say in the backfield. We've seen this a few times from them on 1st down, but this time it's a toss to Kevin Say, past the 35 to the 41-yard line, 16-yard gain. We've seen DC come out in this formation a couple times, but they've run a toss, they've run an inside handoff, and they've flipped it out to him as well.
And it's just a numbers game. You just have more people than Motor City does. And again, Kevin Say does a really good job stretching out that to the outside as much as he can to get as many yards as he possibly can.
5:42 to go in the first half, and the Dragons' defense has kept Motor City off the board despite the V8s driving the ball a couple of times into Dragon territory. Handoff to Say. He sheds 1 tackler, a second, and then is brought down after a 4-yard pickup, wrap-up made by Kanan.
Yep.
Coaches having a chat with Westlake on the sideline.
Yeah. Kevin Say, solid day so far with 14 carries here in the first half. 4 yards per carry.
2nd and 6. When Synergy has thrown, it's been pretty great. Draw play, and Say met in the backfield. Motor City impressive tonight on their defensive front. Vasquez gets the stop.
Yeah, it was kind of like a delay handoff, kind of like delay power play. And again, good job by Motor City containing those gaps.
3rd down and 5. The gap top of the screen. Synergy back to pass. In some trouble. Synergy somehow stays alive, and Ronnie Shanahan down to the 27-yard line. I don't know how Synergy did not get sacked on that play. Cool, calm, and collected.
Yeah, and a great route by Ronnie Shanahan, as we're going to take a look at the replay at the end. At the very end, he gets a block, and right in front of the safety, gets the catch for a 1st down.
I was trying to see who picked that up. Was that maybe the fullback? He turned the defender, Mike Balat, turned him around, kept him out of Synergy's path, and Synergy able to deliver a beautiful ball down the field to Shanahan. Say picks up 4.
Yeah. Now he said, thank you again for it. Okay, so it's Sabo Kanan then. All right. Sorry about that. The thing is that there is an IndyCar driver, Tony Kanaan, with a K.
It's a tricky one.
And, yeah.
Synergy going to throw. Synergy almost off his back foot, passes incomplete. Gill was the intended receiver. Synergy, a heck of a job just to get that off as the pressure fell to his feet. More great coverage from Motor City.
Yeah, more great coverage. 3rd down and 6. Still in field goal range. It's going to be important to get good protection for the DC Dragons. This is a passing situation.
4 wide for Synergy here on 3rd down and 6. Motor City shifting around. See if they bring pressure, showing it from the middle linebacker position. They drop, they send 4, and Synergy has to escape to his right. Synergy now has to run, and Synergy's brought down in the backfield for a sack. Nobody open, and Nick Brummer makes the play for the V8s, and that'll force a field goal.
But again, great containment by the V8s, and great job recognizing the quarterback getting out of the pocket and chasing him down.
Brummer going to need some oxygen. 43-yard field goal attempt for the Dragons following the interception. The chain nets are back. 43-yarder from Potty. And that is good. No wind in the dome. Another dome being featured tonight. 8-play, 49-yard drive for the Dragons.
Yeah, clean kick in the control environment, then hitting the chains.
It takes me back, Ramos, to the parks growing up as a kid. I don't know if you played any basketball, but the chain nets.
Chain nets are the best.
It's just something about hitting that chain, man.
Yes. Death to the double rim. Long live the chains.
Yeah, both were a byproduct of a parks department somewhere trying to save some money by not having to constantly replace nets and rims. And yeah, double rim, bad idea. Net, good idea.
No, exactly.
Motor City down 10-0 here. 3:11 to go in the first half. They started to get something cooking on that last drive, but Creata out-dueled by Fugu Gaipan with the excellent coverage. See what they can put together just before the half, and not much to start as Dean is blanketed. 2nd and 9.
Yep. And again, DC doing a really good, both teams, honestly, on the defensive line, containing the gaps and staying disciplined.
2nd and 9, I formation with two receivers to the bottom of the screen. Hand off to Dean, and Dean gets skinny. Dean gets a first down to the 42-yard line. Dean is quietly pretty shifty in between the tackles.
Yeah, he is. And it also helps when you get some good blocks.
Man.
At the end, he gets another block from the fullback on Vasquez. 1st and 10.
When the fullback doesn't have to block anybody for 10 yards, that's a good looking
That's
play.
when you know.
2.5 left. Hand off, Dean. And Dean squeezes his way for 8 more yards, making a lot out of nothing.
Yeah, getting himself skinny at the line of scrimmage, but powerful when he gets past the line and has to push for some extra yards.
They snap it once more before the 2-minute warning. 3-4 defense here from the Dragons, and they don't get it off. They were going to send Cherry in motion. 2-minute warning. 10-0. DC on top of Motor City. Ramos Lynn, Cameron Irvine with you for another 4K23 exhibition tonight. See the Washington Monument in the window. This a totally transformed and unique stadium for the DC Dragons for the first time in over 10 years of operation in the SFL. Heavy look. Seen it a few times tonight. This time, Christopher Dean has all kinds of space and didn't even need the tackle in at fullback. Dean is rumbling on this final drive likely for Motor City in the first half.
And I love the misdirection here for the Motor City V8s. The fullback goes in motion to the right, and linebackers bite on that, and Christopher Dean, who's really had a very great drive. Now it's 66 yards on 11 carries.
1st and 10. Ball at the 33.
136 left. Creata's got Cherry in the backfield. Lorraine Darby goes in motion. He's got a catch tonight. Man coverage from the Dragons. Creata back to pass. They rush 5. Creata's pass is caught by Kaufman. And a timeout from Motor City. Excellent job there by Creata.
Yeah, excellent job getting it past the safety and right in front of the corner for a big first down.
I think that was a Motor City timeout.
Yes,
correct?
for sure.
3 wide, 1 man in the backfield. Draw play. That's Dean picking up 3. And Motor City will call their second timeout. They got 1 left. 2nd and 7. Don't want to get caught in a no huddle you don't want to be in, Ramos.
Yeah, for sure. And those do not accumulate for the second half, so you may as well call them.
V8s, 2nd and 7. Need the 3 for the first down. Down 10-0. 2 picks in the first half. Synergy has none. Phil Koss, who does not have a catch, goes in motion from right to left. Created a pass. Creata dumps it off. That's Phil Koss. Koss inside the 5, steps out of bounds, just shy of the yard marker. You would have liked to see him squeeze it there, but he does stop the clock with 1:11 to go.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the guy who went in motion and used perfectly. Now with 3rd and inches, you have to think you have to put the big guys on the field. Well,
wow.
Maybe not.
Surprising call here from Creata, although they've got a mismatch on the outside. You got 8 in the box right now and 3 wide receivers for Motor City. Creata's out of the shotgun on 3rd down and inches. And Creata drops to throw, fires into the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown. Orain Darby right on the Dragons' word mark. He does a little dance, and Motor City's on the board.
Yeah, it's just a great read by Creata. You put another guy in it, so you read the corner, and the corner kept outside leverage, so you go inside for a touchdown.
I'm starting to get the hang of this, Ramos. I think it's the ref's whistles is helping me with the replay high percentage. I'm trying to work on that for the second half.
Hey, whatever you can use as a cue.
Extra point is good. What a drive from the V8s. What a response. 8 plays, 71 yards, 2 minutes and 7 seconds. They burned 2 timeouts, didn't have to run no huddle, and the V8s score.
And I got to say this, no shortage of money in Jermaine's Destro's pockets. I mean, how much money do you have to spend for all those chains, the dragons, unbelievable.
And how about the crowd tonight? They haven't had a ton to cheer for this season at 2-4, but they wouldn't miss their chance to see the stadium that DC's moving into. We haven't talked about the helmets tonight either for the Dragons. You got the dragon head coming out of the base there of the helmet up the side. Is just that is a beautiful helmet. If that helmet existed in real life,
I will buy it.
Yeah, you'd buy it, and that'd be one of the best helmets in pro sports.
Yeah, no question. And I'm probably going to steal that from Destro. I'm not sure, how I'm going to implement it, but I got to have a kind of like an oversized logo on the helmet as well.
We've seen some oversized word marks as well in the Team Construction channel. People getting super creative with their look as Kevin Say takes a toss and picks up 4. So remember what we saw last week, right? Sometimes the play at the end of the first half is really dictated by what you can do on first down. DC not much there, and they seem content to run this out.
Yeah, and with a 3-point lead, I think you can be. I mean, it's 2nd and 6. Maybe you run it, see if you can get a big play out of your running back, and go from there.
Split back for Synergy. He will throw, and Synergy fires to him. Just off target. Westlake was open, and Synergy just missed him.
Yeah, just a little bit overthrown. Kind of used to throwing it to like Churchill and those speedsters, and just misjudged it a little bit.
That was his first target of the night. Now receiver lined up in the backfield. Say and Stellar, neither one of them back there. Interesting look here on 3rd down and 6. Synergy drops to throw. Will fire it deep. The pass is incomplete. Looking for Churchill. Looked like everybody was running a go there, and Motor City gets a stop with 30 seconds on the clock.
They do, and now it's going to be interesting to see if they can have a good punt where Motor City is going to be on the field, and if they still have 1 timeout, so let's see if they choose to be aggressive.
Keith West, this is awesome, he says in the chat. Appreciate your support. If you're not a subscriber already, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell. 4K 23 exhibitions every Thursday through the SFL regular season, and then SFL Friday through Monday here on this channel. Season 20 all season long. Week 7, Ramos, can you believe it? Starts on Saturday.
Unbelievable. And I needed this bye week, man.
It's been a challenge getting that offense up to speed the first 6 weeks, I imagine.
Yeah.
First and 10 on the 34. Motor City doesn't have a ton of time. They have one timeout. Koss is going to go in motion. Creator will throw. And Creator's pass incomplete. Really nice coverage there by Hughes on Darby. Will set up a second down.
Yeah, not easy. I mean, he's called deep threat Darby, but he's also very shifty in the short and intermediate routes. A tall order for any linebacker.
Dak Quacky. Man, tip of the cap to the username, my friend. How many teams do we have? We have 28 teams in the SFL. That pass is caught. Are they going to take a timeout? No, they're going to let this run out. Probably smart. Only down 3 after a tough first quarter and a half.
Surely.
Oh, they did burn the timeout. That's their last one.
There you go.
There's your 3 seconds. We all know and love that. I'm actually kind of surprised they did it. But might as well. 3rd and 5. No Hail Mary, however. So we'll see what Motor City can cook up on this play.
Well, I think it's a Hail Mary formation, actually. It's going to be 60 yards in the air if Creator can get this off.
Yeah, I think you're right, Ramos. Creator will drop back, and the pass is incomplete. No sack. That's the end of the first half. Wasn't going to make it there anyway. 4th and 5. Doesn't matter. Motor City 7, DC 10 at the half. Really entertaining, balanced first half. What you think, Ramos?
Man, it's been great. I mean, we've seen good rushing. We've seen good offensive line play as far as run coverage is concerned. Both quarterbacks are slinging it to pretty much every receiver. And so far it's been a very entertaining first half of play.
Create a 7 of 12, 73 yards. Dean's got 12 carries, 68 yards. Kaufman with 51. Darby's got the touchdown. 1 sack, no picks for the Motor City defense. And for DC, Synergy hasn't been asked to throw a bunch. 4 for 8 for 71 yards, though. Say 60 yards on 17 carries. Churchill's got the bomb. 2 picks from this DC defense. They have a sack as well. And Darby with the touchdown. It's spotlighted here at the half. Right
even
back. Go ahead.
Yeah, even though the team is trailing, I mean, that Darby
that's true.
touchdown allows Motor City to be just down by 3 instead of down by 10.
Dungeon of Dracarys Coliseum. Take a look. Soak it in. DC gets the ball to start the second half. Shanahan just blew up his own player. That was crazy. Return to the 29-yard line. By the way, tip of the cap also to 2K4 for being the perfect halftime size for our theme song. Oh my goodness! That's calling getting knocked off your arse, right? you know those Destro would appreciate this. You know those Bruce Lee movies where you got the explosion and you got the guy just flying off the screen? That's totally what that looked like.
That's what it is.
Out of the gun, another draw here to Say. Kevin Say with a little bit more space. And one of the D linemen got caught in no man's land. He didn't know what to do. Say picks up 9.
Good solid play to get your drive started. Chuck Steller kind of being a decoy. And good job selling that pass play fake.
Can we appreciate a shotgun draw going for 9 yards? That's refreshing.
Hey. Yes. Because in all pro football, it's like the double rim, Cam.
Double rim makes another appearance on the broadcast tonight. Oh, nice block pickup there at the end of that play to pick up DC on a first down. Chuck Steller in on that one.
Yep. First down and 10 for DC, and Kevin Say now with 19 carries in this game, the focal point of this offense. Gonna be a good change of pace if Chavez decides to pass this one now.
Again on first down, you got trips to the top and then Say at the bottom. They'll run it again up the middle, and Say will pick up 5.
I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess, for the DC Dragons. Really good job here on this drive, running from north to south.
I formation. Stellar and Say getting a lot of love out there tonight. Jay Ballmer, the fullback, hasn't been out there as much. Actually, Say out on this play after a couple of runs. 3rd and 2 coming up for the Dragons. As we mentioned in some previous broadcasts, you definitely see stamina playing a bigger role here as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like Kevin Say is back on the field with a little bit more stamina.
And he'll get the carry and a fight for 3rd and 2. Shoves the defender forward. That is Leathers with another tackle, but the Dragons continue to fight in this ball control style of offense.
Mm-hmm. And the offensive line of DC are really pushing the Motor City V8 defensive line now.
Synergy fires down the field. Another big hit in the secondary. Churchill has had some difficulty bringing in those passes tonight. He'll set up a 2nd and 10.
Mm-hmm. Good job on Motor City, even though the Dragons ran the ball on the previous 5 or 6 plays. Staying disciplined and with good coverage downfield.
In all of our exhibitions, Ramos, this is the most I've ever seen a particular formation get called here, is they toss it out to Say, and it doesn't get much, but they've been running a lot out of this trip set tonight.
They have, but it's different runs. We've seen inside runs, we see toss plays. They're kind of keeping Motor City guessing, but that one was a good play by the V8s.
Matthew Holford, actually the linebacker, was out there in no man's land on a previous play. Synergy dropping back deep, and Synergy surveying the field, nowhere to go, going to take off and run. Haven't seen that much tonight, but he's forced to slide. Nowhere near the first down. Motor City, more excellent coverage down the field, and feel like the momentum has flipped a little here to the V8s.
Yeah, just a little. Now it's going to be interesting to see if DC can pin the V8s deep and, get control of field position here in the second half.
We saw one punt down to at the 10-yard line, and this one is going to be Coffin cornered out of bounds at the 5.
Yeah,
at the
2.
Oh, at the 1.5.
Yeah.
Wow, what a punt.
Yeah. Wow.
Terrific Coffin corner kick out of bounds. No virtual humans required to try and stop that ball from going into the end zone as Darby goes in motion. Motor City in some danger here. They got the fullback Cherry in the backfield. They hand it to Cherry, and Cherry with a burst of speed. He is fully charged tonight, picks up 6.
Yeah, really good play call. Just get yourself out of your own end zone. 2nd and goal. That's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 4. Will not be surprised if they try to run it again, just to give themselves a little bit more space.
V8's a long way to go. I formation, 2nd and 4. They'll hand it off, running right to Dean. And Dean, despite the lack of help from Phil McMillan, picks up the first down.
Yeah, but a nice read by Dean, breaks another tackle. We've seen Dean get rid of the first defender a few times.
What if
Motor City up to the 15?
What if Replays says, great looking game, enjoying Thursday night football. Appreciate you being here. Hand off, Dean. And Dean breaks a tackle. Dean pushing Leathers out of the way for a first down. He's looked really good tonight.
Yeah, and taking a page out of the DC offense on the previous drive where they ran and ran and ran. Now Dean is doing the same thing, close to 100 yards in this ball game.
89 yards, 14 carries for Dean tonight. Motor City, despite 2 early turnovers, has settled down. DC has not turned the ball over, one of the reasons why they have a 3-point lead. Cherry in the backfield gets a handoff, and this time DC wise to it. Only a pickup of 1. O'Rourke with the stop.
Yep. See if Motor City changes it up a little bit. Maybe not, as they go in the I formation. 2 wide receivers, though.
2nd and 9. And Creata drops to pass. He'll dump it short, and a little bit of miscommunication there, I think, with Darby on the route, and O'Rourke almost came over and snagged that.
Yeah, just not on the same page. You know, there was a receiver running a shallow cross. Maybe Creata was expecting some sort of, I don't know, hook pattern or something, and it's going to be 3rd and 9.
4 wide for Creata. Kaufman in motion. Ten on the play clock. Creata drops against a 4-man rush, dumps it short. This time it works. Phil Koss open. Got the first down. Excellent tackle by Bullock, but a similar route with a different player there for Motor City, and it pays off.
Yeah, and Phil Koss catches the ball and sprints to the sideline, trying to get the edge and trying to get the angle for a first down. DC's going to challenge that one. Definitely close.
May have a case.
Yes. Definitely close. That was a great open field tackle.
Koss the pass a little bit off target, had to go down and get it. Here's a good look down the line. I think he got it right there.
I think he did. Now the yellow line, not official, but let's see.
After review, the call on the field is overturned.
Wow, so just shy of the sticks. DC wins the challenge. And Motor City probably have to punt it away deep in their own territory.
I will see. 4th and inches. I would punt it. But yeah, here we go. And it's different, Cam, from what we saw in the previous scrimmage, where, you know, the Revolution went for it on 4th and inches to decide the game, to finish the game, to close out the game. But this is not the same circumstance, so you punt it.
Shanahan with a little bit of space, gets past the 20 to the 23-yard line, but pretty good kick. It's interesting, Ramos, we've got kind of a defensive game going on here, but a lot different than last week. Portland and Louisiana ended up in an offensive stalemate in the second half. Both of these teams, it seems like everything is working. It's just not – it's everybody's gotten like a B to a B minus offensively here tonight. There's nothing that's been totally blown up, but we haven't seen any A-plus performances yet either.
No, it's been a lot of play between the 30-yard lines.
1st and 10, and they'll flip it out to say that has been rough for the DC Dragons. And you know what's going to be nice about this, Ramos, is you're going to be able to check out your first down offense and really break it down by situation, and you know, in testing, DC with more time may have seen, oh man, running this too much on first down, we got to go to something else.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
Handoff, say, not much there either. So 3rd down situation, and that's why you punt it if you're Motor City. You're playing some pretty good defense right now here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, definitely, exactly. You know, it's a situation where Motor City doesn't have to chase those first downs in their own territory, especially because we have not had many points, so you don't want to give DC a free 3.
3rd and 9, Synergy running for his life, and Synergy is blown up. Nobody open. Motor City stepping up defensively here in the second half, and Rodney Panani laid the wood on Shabazz.
Yeah, that he did, and Motor City's punt will prove them right, because they will get the ball in pretty decent field position, you have to think.
Punt is away from the 33-yard line. Clausen on the return. It's up to the 38. Now this you can feel it in the stadium, Ramos. This is Motor City's shot right here. They put together a drive. They're going to start to make these fans very nervous.
Yeah. And the previous drive started at the 2-yard line, now starting at the 38. There's a decent opportunity for Motor City to at least tie the ball game here at 10 points. As Cam is dying.
Well, I muted the mic, but that's a sack.
Yeah. It's going to be 2nd and 15 for Greta. And again, more pressure by the DC Dragons. It's going to be the 2nd sack of the game by DC. Take a look at the replay. Riley Q block off the edge.
Man, sometimes water goes down the wrong way, doesn't it?
Oh, my God.
Loss of 5. Q's the linebacker with the sack. So Creative forced to throw on 2nd and long. Will dump it over the middle, and the pass is behind Shane Kaufman. You're seeing the natural inaccuracies of quarterbacks. Yeah. Good decision-making, but just poor accuracy, 3rd and 15.
Yeah, that one just a little bit behind him. You know, not every pass is going to be thrown to the number, so 3rd and 15 coming up.
4 wide for Motor City. This is not how they wanted their drive to go. DC rushes 4. Creative's pass over the middle is hauled in by Kaufman just past the first down to the 49-yard line.
And that's the 2nd time we've seen Kaufman run that type of post or skinny route right over the sticks. And that's a throw in between 3 different Dragons. Probably Creative's best throw of the night.
So really, Ramos, the difference is it's not poor decision-making and accurate footballs into traffic, but it's good decision-making and just not always an accurate throw, as
right.
Christopher Dean inside the 50 down to the 45, and that gets 6 yards.
Yeah. 2nd down and 4. Going back to Christopher Dean, who was really good in the previous drive. 6 yards shy of 100.
He's had a really balanced night. Longest run of 17. 2nd and 4. Dean takes the handoff. Dean staying patient, picks up the first down. Motor City moving it here in the 3rd quarter. They totally flipped the script there with that late drive in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, and I really like the play they're implementing. They have that H-back in motion, which is Bill Cherry, and that gives them the leverage to get enough people in blocking.
2 backs, 2 receivers. Creative back to throw, and Creative stands tall in the pocket. The pass is off the hands of Bill Cherry, the fullback out of the backfield, 2nd down.
A really good throw by Creative, but again, you know, the fullback doesn't have the best hands. Sometimes he's going to come up with them, and sometimes he's just not.
I'm really surprised Creative has stood in the pocket as much as he has tonight. He's shown in a previous broadcast we've had to have some wheels. 2nd and 10. No, he has it in him. But the offensive line's been pretty good for the V8s tonight. Although, just as I say that, I blitz, and it forces an early throw, and Phil Koss's attempted reception is blocked away from David Leathers, 3rd down.
That's a beautiful play by Creative. As soon as he sees the defender going a blitz, he knows the space is vacated. Great job by the safety in recovering and providing the hit. 3rd and 10 in the outskirts of field goal range.
Yeah, you want to get the ball to somewhere about the 30 or 31 here at this point in the game, as Koss is going to go in motion. Points are points, and the field goal would tie it if they can't get the first down. 4 wide, 2 wide to either side. Creative back to throw. Creative fires down the middle of the field. One-handed catch, Shane Kaufman. First down to the 24.
That's been the favorite play here by the Motor City V8s on 3rd and long, is that skinny post to Kaufman. You're going to take a look at the replay again. He beats the press. It's going to be a little bit of zone coverage, and right over the nickelback gets the catch for a first.
Not David Leathers, John DeSantis. DeSantis and Leathers. I know they're not similar, but similar in size of name, I guess. Christo, I don't know what my brain was thinking. Dean picks up 3.
Hey, they play in the same.
And they both wear 22. 2nd and 7.
There you go.
DJ Woods, will our progression points be banked for the progression revamp? Not sure what you mean, DJ. You're going to have to specify. 2nd and 7. Handoff. Dean. Dean fumbled, and Motor City pops on it and avoids their 3rd turnover of the night, a pickup of 4.
Yeah, heads-up play. I think that was the O-lineman. Yep, number 66, McMillan. With a heads-up play, saving that drive.
I believe that was Gil McMillan. 3rd and 3. Oh, and David Leathers played on DC too, so a little bit of renewed rivalry here. Dean off the side is going to be short. And I think you have to take the points here and tie the game.
Yeah, you do have to take the points. You cannot come away empty on this drive. A really good drive by Motor City. Starting at the 38-yard line and worked all the way to their 13, to the opposing yards 13.
Well, think about it. With 7 minutes to go in the 3rd, they had the ball on their own 2. And as the 3rd quarter is ending, they're going to end up getting points as long as they can execute here from 30 yards. Kick is good. We're tied at 10. 5 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. 4 yards of play. 12 play, 48-yard drive. Motor City does well to tie things up.
Yeah, just grueling drives. And honestly, you know, it's basically the same score that we had on the previous game, but it's a much, much different game.
Totally different, yeah.
You know, and the other one, the offense just couldn't do anything at all. And in this one, it's just the defense is making good plays, big plays on 3rd downs, and forcing punts or field goals.
Well, really, it's these secondaries making life very difficult on these two quarterbacks. Ronnie Shanahan throws a defender out of the way. As we end the 3rd quarter, some crazy collisions tonight on special teams. Get another look at that.
Yeah, Coach Smith said, okay, you blew up our own guy, not blew up one of theirs.
Woo!
You know, take all your frustration on the white guys. Great play by Ronnie Shanahan.
End of the 3rd, 10-10. Here in D.C., entertaining game through 3 quarters.
Very much so. And the game has been so where if we have an explosion of points in the 4th quarter, I will not be surprised at all.
Yeah, I agree with you because both teams have moved the ball well on the ground, at times through the air, not as much for DC. As the handoff goes to Kevin Say, he'll pick up 5. DJ, the progression system will change, but everything from season 20, it's just like how it works in every offseason. There are cuts. Yeah, that's best I can answer your question.
Yeah, salary cap, all of that.
2nd and 5 as Synergy on a counter to Say, and Say picks up 3 down to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, and I know Jermaine will appreciate that. Remember him, you know, we go back to player versus player. He ran the counter play a lot, like the Washington team back in the day with Joe Gibbs.
DC staying true to their identity tonight as Say gets a handoff and gets a 1st down to the 47-yard line. I think Shabazz Synergy may have 11 or 12 pass attempts here tonight, Ramos.
Yeah.
Shortening
and great
the
play
game.
by Say. Yeah, for sure. Big play by Say because, you know, the play was, you know, built to go right behind the right guard, but he redirected and went left.
I formation, 3 wide receivers. Synergy changing the play at the line. Nickel defense here for Motor City. Man in motion, that's Shanahan. Going all the way wide. Synergy going to throw. Synergy fires down the field. This one caught by Mike Churchill. 1st down to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, good play. And pretty much every big passing play has gone to Mike Churchill here for the Dragons. And you put a guy in motion to, you know, it's zone coverage, so you can have a choice. Now, Ronnie Shanahan was open, but Churchill was also open. running a deeper route. So that's always going to be the priority.
It's interesting, Ramos. We've seen it a few times tonight, and I haven't noticed it much over the last month, but DC almost seems like they have more players in the backfield to block than Motor City is rushing. They've been pretty passive with their pass rush. And the handoff goes to Say. Say going to shed a tackle and pick up another strong 5 yards to the 34. DC moving quickly.
Yeah, they are, and moving just also on the outskirts of field goal range. And maybe we're going to have back-to-back scoring drives.
Both starting running backs over 100 yards. It's kind of shocking this game is 10-10. I mean, we've seen plenty of offense here tonight. Split backs in the backfield. Gill, bottom of the screen. Handoff to Say, running left. Cuts back inside because he had nothing open there, but the ball, ooh, that may be a Motor City challenge. He looked short.
Yeah, he did. He did. We do not have a visual of the chains from that angle, but maybe a little bit. It was very close.
Yeah, no challenge. So Say picks up the first down. Really nice cutback. Look at this formation. 2 receivers stacked to either side for the Dragons. Now they're going to send Kevin Say in motion. Where's he going? He's going inside to make a bunch set to the left. Synergy going to throw right, and he's got Gill wide open to the 11-yard line. First down for the Dragons. Boy, that was some creativity.
Yeah, that was some smoke and mirrors, some, misdirection. You put 4 guys on one side, and then you go backside. Now, King Rashid doesn't have option but just to, backpedal and, try to guess where he's going. Zone coverage and get him right between the zone because in the other side, the safeties are just too occupied on those 4 targets.
1st and 10 at the 11. Dragons can get another first down to the 1-yard line. 6:38 to go in the 4th. One of their best drives of the night. Shanahan goes in motion.
Man-to-man coverage this time.
He's defended outside by strong safety Nicholas Warner. They toss it the other way, and then they fake the handoff. They were going for a reverse, and it's Chuck Steller brought down in the backfield for a loss of 3. DC trying to set up the trickeration. Motor City was not fooled.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was, he had to bubble a little bit, Chuck Steller, and good discipline and good job by the Motor City defense recognizing.
Synergy now on 2nd down and 13 will go middle touchdown, Josh Gill. I was going to say, Ramos, what a bad time to have a negative play, but Synergy delivers on the drive, and the Dragons fans are pumped.
Yeah, they are. And it's another great throw here by Synergy. So we're going to take a look at this replay. So another skinny post. And that's the job of the safety, and has to commit a little bit earlier, but a great throw by Synergy.
Just as you said, Ramos, we wouldn't be surprised, and that was probably the most efficient, quickest drive of the night for either team.
Yes.
Snap a little low, but the hold is good. Potty kicks it through. 9 plays, 67-yard drive. Wow. 4 minutes, didn't feel like it. 17-10 Dragons.
There was some running, so that, takes the clock down, but at the same time, it was very efficient.
Potty kicks it away, and we'll see how Motor City responds. DC does not have a turnover tonight. The V8's just the 2, as Clausen gets it up to the 30.
Yeah, and for Motor City, they can do pretty much anything with 6 minutes left in the game. I mean, they can still run the ball. They can still basically have their own offense. Still plenty of time.
Haven't gotten a look at the Dragon gloves tonight, but they look pretty sweet. Motor City not wearing any custom gloves in this ball game. 1st and 10 at the 30, 5:57 to go in the 4th quarter. They're going to hand it off to Dean, and why wouldn't you? Dean gets about 5 or 6 every time he catches the ball, and that's what's been crazy about this game, Ramos, because usually when a running back averages 4.5 yards a carry, it's because he's had a bunch of different, good and bad. He's basically gotten 4 or 5 runs 4 or 5 yards every single time.
Yeah, exactly. Very consistent.
2nd and 4, hand off Dean, and Dean pushing forward for a yard. It'll set up 3rd and 3.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if Motor City tries to run it again or if they throw the ball. I think it's probably time to get Koss involved or perhaps Mejada.
Yeah, surprise. Mahata and Gusters have been a little quiet tonight at tight end. Koss has a couple catches. 3rd and 3. Creator going to throw. Creator fires over the middle, and a beautiful catch right on cue is Azami Mihata for the first down.
Yeah, and a great route by Mihata. Again, getting past the sticks on a 3 route. Just square in. Getting the first down.
2 backs, 2 receivers in a tight, close game with 4:40 to go. The handoff goes to Dean. Dean is pushed forward for another 5-yard gain. Mr. Consistent, John Gary on the tackle.
Yeah, and now you have to think, how stamina will play a factor in this because he's been involved a lot in this drive.
Cherry, the fullback, is aligned to the right. And here we go. Cherry tried to get it on a reverse, and it is eaten alive in the backfield. Jose Fuentes stops the play. More creativity out of Motor City, not going much anywhere.
Yeah, but again, we saw on previous iterations that, those went for 20 yards. So they do work, but DC with a great defense.
3rd and 8 for Creator, under 4 to go. Blitz! Creator sacked off the blind side. 4th down. DC bringing the heat.
What a time to dial up the blitz off the backside and by the DB completely unblocked.
So now Motor City, they're going to go. 4th and 13, down 7. Aggressive. Creator, play fake, rollout. Creator sheds a sack, and he throws it. It's incomplete. Looking for O'Ray Darby. Oh, man. Love Motor City pulling out all the stops on 4th down, and Darby just couldn't come away with it.
That was a great play call as well. That play action was really good. Like, I thought it was like, are they running it on 4th and 13? But they sure aren't. Play action, and what a play by the safety.
Well, they had just been running, they just had run that trickeration. So even, I was sitting here almost going, okay, what are they doing now? And a beautiful job by Creator to get out of the sack, just could not get the completion. That would have been a sensational play from Creator, but now Motor City's backs are against the wall to get another stop. Percoco was out wide, and Say actually loses 2, one of his first negative runs of the night.
Yeah, and for the first couple of drives, I think Motor City has to sell on the run, put some pressure, maybe dial up their blitz, and force a 3rd and long by the Dragons.
DC still not out of the woods yet. They're definitely still out of field goal range. 3 minutes to go. Motor City's got to stand up. The 63 Ang says, is there any way that home teams can put championship banners in their stadium? DC has one in this stadium right now, yes.
Yeah.
Handoff Kevin Say. Kevin Say down to the 36-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
And they will have to snap it again before the 2-minute warning. Pop Mercy says, why did they switch to 2K4? Just watch the last hour and 15 minutes of this stream.
Yeah, I agree. And here on DC's 3rd and 5, I will run it, honestly. Put yourself, try to put yourself in field goal range.
Yep.
I mean, they go in again in the shotgun, but we've seen DC. Oh, no, it's under center, my bad. Get you to the 32, 33, if you can.
You may want to pin them deep anyway because they got to go the length of the field to get a touchdown. Hand off to Say. Can he get the first? He cannot. And we'll hit the 2-minute warning. Ramos, I think if I was coaching, I think I'd punt it. You've got 2 kicks inside the 10 tonight, 1 inside the 2.
Uh-huh.
They need a touchdown. They've only got 1 all night. Make them prove it.
I don't fully disagree with that decision, to be honest with you. And they will punt it.
I think that's what I'd do if I was a coach. Let's see if he can ding it inside. Wow, he kind of shanked that punt. Fair catch call for. He dropped the ball. Oh, and Motor City recovered it. Clausen dropped it and caught it before he was tackled. I think he was surprised by the hang time. He was so far away from it.
He kind of misjudged it a little bit.
He dropped it and then caught it on the way down. I don't think I've ever seen that.
That could have been disaster for Motor City, but they will have 86 yards to tie the game.
Creata down the field, caught by Kaufman.
Oh, what a catch.
Timeout, Motor City. First down to the 31-yard line.
Had to really, really go up for it. We've seen, those balls by Creata kind of hit the receiver in the helmet. That time, the receiver really had to go up for it. Now he's over 100.
Kaufman over 100. I like what Churchill said, lost in the lights on the Clausen potential fumble there. 2 timeouts for Motor City. They took one quick, getting down the field. Now they dump it off to Koss. Koss is quickly wrapped up, and Motor City will stop it again to reset. 1 timeout left.
Yeah. Normally that play you want to have Koss get the ball, run out of bounds after as many yards as he can, but a great job at the DC defense making the tackle inbounds, only for about a 2-yard gain.
3 wide. Dean in the backfield. Motor City has not been able to find the sideline so far on this drive. Clausen goes in motion. Down 17-10. Some nervous Dragon fans in a really good game tonight. Creata back to throw, gets a 4-man rush. That pass is tipped up in the air and incomplete. So 3rd down, going to stop the clock.
This is 4th down territory either way, of course. So even if you only get about 4 or 5 yards, it's not a bad thing. Just throw it to the open guy.
Crowd chanting defense. Getting loud here at Dracarys Coliseum. Koss in motion. 3 receivers now to the right. Creata facing a linebacker blitz. Quickly throws it. That pass is tipped away and incomplete. Had to get rid of it. Looking for Clausen. Now it's 4th down.
Yeah. You throw it to one of your best guys, but a little bit too tight of a coverage, and DC has a chance to basically seal the game with a stop here.
We saw a terrific play call on 4th down last time. What does Motor City have in store for us here? They need the 41-yard line. Created a pass. Create a clean pocket down the field. Pass interference.
Clear PI.
Going to be a 1st down for Motor City. Keeps the drive alive on 4th down. Our first penalty of the night.
Wow. And that's clear-cut PI. No question about it. The linebacker just gets on the way of the receiver and clearly interferes him.
Spot foul. Saves the V8s to the 42. They still have 1 timeout. To the 48, actually.
Mm-hmm. Wow. 4 wideouts now.
92 seconds left. Creata down 7. Trying to orchestrate a comeback. Pass down the field. Caught by Koss. Trying to get out of bounds. Cannot. Motor City will stop the clock. They have gotten successfully into DC territory without a single no huddle, but they're going to have to go to it here.
Yeah.
There's Creata's numbers.
Yeah, let's see what they dial up. See if they can find the sidelines.
Ball's on the 41. Nickel look. Creata fires middle, and Clausen gets clobbered. That's a hospital pass. Patak with a $5 super chat. Pass along to Queen City. They should hang their championship banners from the pirate ship. K, thanks. Pretty good idea.
That will be pretty neat.
And DC has their Season 5 championship banner on the side with some other advertisements, but they could put it on that giant banner there in the corner off the poles. 2nd and 10.
Or on the Dragon.
Yep. It's a cape.
Yeah.
2nd and 10 for Creata. Ball at the DC 41-yard line. Creata back to pass. Fires. Koss. And Koss gets out of bounds at the 27-yard line to stop the clock with 1:19 to go.
Yeah, gets the first down and very savvy gets out of bounds. We're going to take a look at this replay. It's a quick out. Great job. The other receiver is there to provide a natural pick or natural screen. Gets the catch, goes out of bounds, and 1:19 is a lot of time, especially if you are inside the 30.
This has been a sensational drive for Motor City.
Yeah.
Can they finish it with a touchdown? Ball on the DC 28-yard line, 1:19 to go. Dragons showing blitz. Darby goes in motion. Is DC going to bring the pressure here? Darby tight. They do bring one linebacker. Creata throws. That pass is caught. Inside the 10. Fine touchdown. Guy Clausen.
That's another PI, defensive PI.
Declined and Motor City scores.
Wow.
Penalty is declined. The score is good.
That was perfection.
Yes.
In triple coverage, Guy Clausen with the touchdown. The extra point will tie the game.
Now they left DC 1:14.
They did. And 3 timeouts.
Yeah.
But look at this drive. 8 plays in 39 seconds. 8-play, 87-yard drive.
Using the timeouts very wisely. Phil Koss getting out of bounds.
And we're tied at 17. I don't know how Clausen caught that football.
I don't know.
With PI and everything.
Yeah. And the rest of the defense was kind of a foul. Like, they kind of over-pursued, and they didn't even realize that Clausen caught the ball.
SFL Week 7 action begins Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern with Queen City and London. And also, over in Canton, the 4-1 Fury taking on the 3-2 Classics. That game's going to be great.
Yeah.
Another 11 games on the slate. Monday night, Vancouver, Louisiana. Should be a good one on Impact Monday.
Oh, yes.
Synergy's pass to start the 2-minute offense is caught by Churchill. Timeout DC. People say, oh, we don't need a timeout there. Well, you just saw Motor City burn all 3 of their timeouts and they end up scoring. So,
Yeah.
2 left for the Dragons after the completion to Churchill. Good open field tackle, though. 2nd and 6. DC can't run all curls too much on this drive. Shanahan goes in motion. Synergy this time going a little bit deeper. That pass is caught inside the 50. Down to the 45-yard line by Churchill. And DC will hold on to their 2 timeouts as they enter field goal range.
Yeah, because they only need about 20 yards. So you want to score, you want to kick the game-winning field goal
Look at
is the
that.
game plan right now.
9 of 14. No picks for Shabazz tonight. Toss to Say inside the 40. Say steps out of bounds and preserves another timeout.
Yeah, and they need only about 5 more yards with 34 seconds, so you can run it again with Say, because, again, you still have timeouts, and it's only 2nd and 1.
Everything's open here.
Yeah.
I formation, it's Percoco, top of the screen. Look at all the space for Percoco. They hand it off to Say. Say's got a first down. Say bowls over a defender and gets into field goal range. Really,
Basically, yeah. Go.
Synergy going to throw, and Synergy's pass is tipped and incomplete. I'm not sure what
Okay.
that was about from the Dragons, but 20 seconds left. They are lucky.
Yes. Potty. Swing in the leg. Second down and 10 with 20 seconds.
What were you
And
going to
they
say
didn't-
on that no-huddle play, Ramos?
No, that you just want to put the ball basically where the kicker wants it for Potty. Now, 46 yards is not automatic. So,
Empty for Shabazz. Shabazz down the field. The pass is incomplete. There is a PI. Motor City has no timeouts.
yep.
Pass interference. Number 27.
That's a spot foul on King Rashid, and it's going to put the ball at the 9.
First down.
And DC has all but won this thing.
Yep.
No
Basically, just have to
penalties.
sit on the ball.
No penalties in the first 38 minutes of this one.
First and goal. Ball at the 9.
Synergy going empty again.
Yeah.
Lots of PI. 2 PI. Synergy back to pass. They go curls. They dump it short. Actually, really good defense there from Motor City. And yeah, this
Really
is
good.
this is a bit perplexing, Ramos, but at least DC got down the field.
And it's a safe throw on that particular one. You know, it's a safe throw. It's curls. You know,
Synergy goes gun here. Maybe they draw it to say. 2 timeouts left for the Dragons. Not kicking the field goal just yet, and the pass is caught for a touchdown. Josh Gill, Synergy squeezes it in, and they don't even need a field goal.
wow.
Look at this throw. Oh! Wow.
Who needs a field goal?
What back-to-back drives from both of these offenses.
I mean, and I gotta say, it's back to back to back. I mean, DC getting the lead 17-10, then Motor City tying it up. And look at that, 7 plays, 72 yards, 1 minute and 4 seconds.
Dragons extremely aggressive there. As Clausen on the kick return will get the ball out to the 29-yard line. Motor City, no timeouts. They basically need a total prayer here.
Yeah.
And T-Roy, that's probably a better way to put it. It's body paint, not
Yeah,
tattoos. As I
It would
so
be cool,
stupidly said earlier.
It would be cool, though.
Do
Hey.
you have a stomach tattoo?
Oh, my God.
Well, Creata gonna have to be a hero again, but in an all kind of different way. As Creata's pass is caught when the clock runs out, and DC wins the football game. No hook and ladder there, but Creata doesn't take a sack on the last play, hurls one up, but just too little too late somehow from the V8s. Nice one-handed catch from Kaufman, but the DC Dragons win 24-17. So much to talk about in this one,
Yeah.
Ramos.
Yeah, and 21 points. Let's start with that. 21 points in the fourth quarter after we saw 20 through the first 3 quarters. And I just really like, you know, the back and forth at the very end, right? 10-10. DC scores a touchdown to put themselves 17-10. Then Motor City ties it up 17-17, and DC with a beautiful drive at the end, scoring the touchdown and and win the game 24-17.
You don't like necessarily, if you're the Dragons, you don't like, I mean, it could have been disaster there at the end of the game. Synergy has had no interceptions tonight. He took care of the football. They kept it in his hands. They wanted to score the touchdown. They got it. Overall tonight, NFL average yards per attempt is 7. We had 8.3 and 6.8 tonight. And NFL average yards per carry is 4.5. We had 4.7 and 3.4 this evening. Both teams were pretty good on third down. Motor City converts on the fourth down PI to keep the drive alive. They end up scoring. Motor City, 3 touchdowns on 3 red zone trips. They had 62 plays tonight, and DC had 57. The NFL average is 63. Couple of PIs late in the ball game, with just 2 turnovers in this one, and that proved to help DC out, keeping a clean sheet. Here's some quarterback numbers. They're pretty good. Creata, 17 to 30, 218, 2-2, 3 touchdowns, no picks for Shabazz, 10 to 17 for 153 yards.
Yeah, and he basically managed the game for the most part, Synergy did. And at the very end, when they really, really needed him, Shabazz came up huge.
Say got 34 tonight for a $130. Dean, 22 for 119. Cherry got 6 touches for 12. Stellar, 2 for -5. Synergy struggled, but neither quarterback really was able to escape the pocket much tonight. But the passing game was pretty electric. Kaufman, 7 for 129. Koss, well, he caught fire, didn't he? 6 for 46. Churchill, 4 for 74 down the field. And, defensive front. Saw 4 sacks tonight, 2 picks. What a game. DC comes out with the win with an epic 2-minute drive where they only needed 1 timeout to go down and get the score.
Yeah, great game overall. You know, for 3 quarters, we saw really the offense play really well, but the defense is stifled, preventing some points. And then in the 4th quarter, both offenses were able to move the ball up and down the field. Ended up in 3 touchdowns.
DC 24, Motor City 17. A wild ending to this one as the Dragons get the win at home. Coming up next Thursday night, you'll see the Carolina Skyhawks, the Denver Nightwings, here on our Thursday night exhibition slate. For Ramos Lynn, I'm Cameron Irvine. Everyone have a wonderful evening. Good night, everybody.